I never noticed how scared Miss Elizabeth was all the time. She was always terrified to do anything. She has like Jamie Lee Curtis and Halloween energy the whole time. She's just like walking like, and it's the thing that I always thought it would be funny if like Macho Man was jump scaring her at home, and that's why she's always scared. You know, she's like, Randy, and he's like, I'm over here, and she's like, oh, because that's always she had like the. But there's a moment where she goes and she's like helping him, and he's like, my leg, and he takes his boot off, similar to what Dirty Dom and AJ Styles did, but he takes it off. And then Brett just works the leg. Man. And Macho Man keeps the leg up the whole match, doesn't put his leg on the ground, and then the finish is great because it's like a finish where you're like, oh great, because you're like, how is he going to compete? His leg's busted, dude. Savage was the man.
Look, everybody does a macho, but how is yours so perfect?
I think it's how deep my voice is. I think
just naturally.
I think naturally I have a deep voice, but also it's the key is.
Break it down for us.
Back to my buddy Vic. We used to cut promos on each other about like roommate stuff, where it'd be like, yeah, electric bill hasn't been paid. Yeah, gonna be a little bit of a problem. Gonna be a little bit of a problem when they shut the lights. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. Yeah. And it's all fingers for me. If I get the little finger wag, if I'm standing up, you'll see me grab my belt. But that's always the like, he was old school Macho Man promos. He just whispers in a whisper yell. And that's what I always thought was funny when I was little, where he'll just be like a dad getting mad, but he doesn't want to yell in front of his friends, where he's like, I told you to pick up your toys. Yeah. I told you to pick up your toys and now they're all over the floor. Yeah. Just like, that always was what he reminded me of like a parent that wasn't trying to lose his shit in front of company. He's like, oh, yeah. Which one of you didn't flush? Did you ever see that video of that Scottish lady where she comes into the thing and she's like, which one of us didn't flush when you took a shite? And her kid goes, it wasn't me. She goes, well, it was one of yous. That's what I used to do. Macho Man doing internet memes like that, being like, which one of you? Yeah. Disgusting. But I spit a lot when I do Macho Man, so I have to be careful when I do it.
It's all the fingers and the glasses.
Oh yeah,
adjusting the glasses.
I told your producer, because when you put the glasses on, you got to just grab them. It's all, yeah. There's a very, and you can just do song lyrics. That's like a cheat code for Macho Man. If you can just do like,
give me some Taylor Swift, maybe.
Oh, I don't know Swift, but you can do like Rolling Stones. You're like, yeah, can't you hear me knocking? Yeah, on the window. Yeah. And you just do like random, like Guns N' Roses, where you're like, welcome to the jungle. Yeah, welcome to the jungle every day. It is a fun one to do, and it's one where I love my fiance, but she's gotten to the point where she goes, oh boy, here we go. Like when it happens, she's like it's like it's almost like a seizure. She's like, here he goes. He's doing the Macho Man.
When did the internet find out about this?
Because I think it was Opie and Anthony and then Sam Roberts' show. Because Sam was like a wrestling fan and he's like, dude, you do Macho Man. Great. And then I had this really cool moment. Damian Sandow does a really good Macho Man. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
When him and Axel did like the
when he was dressing up as all the different characters.
But he would do Macho Man, and then Curtis Axel would be Hulkamaniac.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. They did like a Mega Powers run for a little bit. But Damian Sandow does a great one. I mean, Jay Lethal is the king. Jay Lethal does the best. Ric Flair and Macho Man. And we were on the Iron Sheik roast together. And it was like this moment where I was like, can I do my Macho Man for you? And Jay Lethal was like, yeah. Because he was doing Black Machismo on the roast. And I was like, I did it. And he was like, oh yeah, dude. And it was me, him, and MVP in the green room. Yeah, this is when MVP was in New Japan as the Intercontinental title holder. And we were doing the Sheik roast. And I have a picture on my laptop of me and Jay Lethal doing the Mega Powers handshake with MVP in a Japanese baseball jersey behind us. And I'm like, this is one of the coolest pictures I've ever had in my life. But doing that for Jay Lethal and him being like, oh yeah. It's like you play a guitar for a musician and they go, that is how you do. And you're like, okay, I just wanted to know. But yeah, it was, doing the Macho Man was very fun. But the network came out and they were like trying to get comics in New York to come up and do talking head shows, just like random stuff. So I go up to Connecticut and they're like, can you do Macho Man? We're going to do you versus Damian Sandow doing like Macho Mans. And I'm like, it's just me, a producer, and a camera guy. And I film it. And we're done filming. We do a bunch of other segments or whatever. And this is one of the coolest moments. After that we're filming, older camera guy. And he comes from around the camera. He goes, hey, man, I just want to let you know I've been working with the company since about 1981. It's the best Randy I've ever heard in my life. And I was like, I didn't have anybody to tell. I was like trying to I was just texting my buddy Dan St. Germain. I'm like, dude, this guy just said I did the best Randy of all. So it was awesome.
Does doing the macho voice hurt your
Yes.
voice? Like you can only do it for limited amounts of time?
I did it on a cartoon called Paradise PD for Netflix.
Yeah.
And they did like a dead Macho Man. And after I did that recording session, I went home and I was like, what the hell? Because it's so like guttural, like, yeah, very much a possibility. Yeah, the possibilities are endless. More cheese in the cheese. He just would say random. Macho Man talked like he was always coming out of a nap dream. Like, you know, in Step Brothers where he goes like, the clown has no penis. Like, that's how Macho Man talked. Where he'd be like, yeah, if Shamu can't fly, then why does he have wings? And you're like, I don't even know if that's real. I don't think that's a real thing.
I don't know how true this story is, but I heard someone say to Macho, like, hey, if you keep doing that thing with your voice, like, you're really going to ruin your vocal cords. He's like, what thing?
Yeah, what thing are you talking about? And even
This
his
is how I talk.
interviews with Lanny Poffo, he would say like, oh, that was just like his voice after a while. He was just grumbling.
That's wild.
Yeah, just talking to him. I mean, there are moments where he had to like call in a pizza order and they're like, is this can't be. He's like, yeah, you guys still doing a buy a medium, get a large for half off? And they're like, is this Macho Man Randy Savage?
What are 3 things Macho Man Randy Savage is grateful for?
Yeah, for baby oil. Yeah, for sunglasses and for Miss Elizabeth. Yeah, reunited and it feels so good.